ఒక సినిమా సక్సెస్ కావాలంటే ఎంతో శ్రమ పడాలి. అలాగే హీరో హీరోయిన్స్ కూడా ఎంతో అవసరం. సినిమాకి వేరియేషన్స్ చూపిస్తూ తనలోని నటన ప్రదర్శిస్తూ టాలీవుడ్కి పరిచయం అయ్యారు కోతల రాయుడు భామ నటాషా. ప్రస్తుతం మనతో ఉన్నారు. ఇక మూవీస్ గురించి అలాగే ఇండస్ట్రీలో అడుగుపెట్టిన విధానం గురించి తన మాటలోనే తెలుసుకుందాం. హాయ్.
హాయ్, హౌ ఆర్ యు? చాలా బాగున్నాను.
ఓకే, గుడ్. నటాషా గారు, అమ్మ మలయాళీ, డాడీ గుజరాతీ, బట్ తెలుగులో ఎలా అవకాశం వచ్చింది?
Well, I think that happened accidentally. And I think I call myself like a cocktail mixed breed child because my mom's Malu Catholic and my dad's Gujarati Jain, and I've born and brought up in Bombay, so I actually have an influence of many cultures in me, and I'm very happy to actually have accidentally come to the Telugu industry, but I love the culture here as well, and I'm very happy to learn more about this.
ఏ కల్చర్ ఎక్కువగా ఇష్టపడతారు మీరు?
I mean, I don't really have anything that's favorite. You just like want to learn the best and be a good person, right? Every culture teaches you that. So that's what I focus on.
మీరు కళ్యాణ్ రామ్ గారితో స్పెషల్ సాంగ్ చేశారు, బట్ అప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పటికి గ్యాప్ రావడానికి కారణం ఏంటంటారు?
So I think everyone's forgetting that 1 year there was a COVID which kind of stopped shoots for everybody, and the industry was heavily impacted because of that. And even Kothala Rayudu, we had completed the film quite a while back, and it couldn't get released because theatres were shut, and we made the film thinking it was going to be a theatre release, not an OTT release. So we waited it out. So if COVID would have not happened, then this question would have not happened.
Srikanth గారి గురించి working experience.
So it's been wonderful working with Srikanth sir. He's a very experienced actor and very calm person. He's very down to earth and very reserved person, you know, very calm, very like man of few words, but whatever he does say, it's full of impact. And it was very nice to work with him because he's very cooperative hero to work with.
ఓకే, మీరు ఇండస్ట్రీలోకి వచ్చేటప్పుడు సపోర్ట్ కానీ మీకు ఉన్న సపోర్ట్ అమ్మ నుంచా నాన్న నుంచా లేకపోతే ఎలా?
So my parents are both very supportive. Mummy and daddy both are very supportive of me acting. My dad's only condition has always only been that wherever you go, your mom's going to come with you, which I actually love because I mean, we don't know people in the industry, and so it may be like they are a little bit more comfortable knowing that my mom is with me. My father's more comfortable knowing that mom's with me, and you know, sometimes we're shooting in locations where we don't have network. It's very hard to reach, and in such situations it always is good to have somebody who is with you and who can understand you and help you out. So mom's always been with me and she comes with me to every shoot wherever I go. Yeah.
నటాషా అనగానే అమ్మకుట్టి గుర్తొస్తుంది. నెవర్ ఫర్గెట్ దట్ స్టెప్. అండ్ మీ మాటల్లో
I loved Amakuti shooting for the song, and getting that response was a very big deal for me, especially in my first film. So I'm very blessed and I'm very grateful for having received so much love for Amakuti. And I mean, I love dancing, and it was my first film where I got to actually show that I'm a good dancer. So I was very happy to do it.
కోతల రాయుడు మూవీలో మీరు క్యారెక్టరైజేషన్ గురించి?
So my character's name is Dhanalakshmi, and Kothala Rayudu is a family entertainer film. It's a light-hearted comedy film, feel-good film. And Dhanalakshmi's character, she's a Telugu Ammai, village girl who's very simple, very down-to-earth, very innocent, you know. And for me, I chose the character because I felt like generally the kind of roles and a lot of scripts that I was getting, they were all very glamorous. And I thought this was different from the rest. And me being a city girl, being able to do a village girl's role is a little different, right? So that for me was the challenge, to be able to capture the innocence of a Telugu Ammai and to do it having not having the experience of living in a village though. And yeah, Dhanalakshmi enjoys the little things of life, and that's one thing that Dhanalakshmi and I have in common.
గ్లామర్ రోల్స్ చేస్తూ ఇటు పక్క కంప్లీట్ ట్రెడిషనల్గా ఎలా అనిపించింది? దేనికి ఎక్కువ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపిస్తారు మీరు?
I think as long as I'm getting to, you know, show myself in a new light, and as long as I'm able to perform and show my audience and the industry that I'm versatile and I can fit into different roles, I'm very happy. I mean, I don't have like there's no preference over one to the other. For me, it's more about being able to display my talent and having opportunities which lets me do that. So whichever gives me that, I will be always preferring that.
బట్ ఫుల్ బిజీ అయినట్లున్నారు ఇటు మలయాళంలో అటు తెలుగులో. హౌ టు మేనేజ్ అసలు?
So, how to manage, meaning time management is something we have to all kind of figure out. You pick projects which you think work better for you and will help you grow as a person, as in your career, and you stick with that and you know complete that project, and you give it your 100% and leave the rest to God.
ఓకే, కోతల రాయుడు గురించి మోర్ ఇంకా ఎలాంటివి ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చేశారు మీరు? అండ్ డైరెక్టర్ సుధీర్ రాజ్ గారు గురించి.
So, Sudhir sir is a sweetheart of a director. He's given every actor in the film the creative independence to act however they want to. You know, I used to always ask him, Sudhir sir, achhi kar rahi hu ki nahi? You know, like, am I doing a good job? Give me some feedback. And he was like, I like what you're doing, but if I feel like I want you to do something else, I'll tell you. Until that, don't worry. I want you to explore Dhanalakshmi's character, enjoy with it. So having that creative independence was very nice and refreshing, because quite often we don't get to do that as actors, you know. People want acting to be done a certain way. So this was nice to have, having gotten that opportunity. And other than that, the whole film, the whole unit, all the co-stars, it was a very friendly environment working, and there was a lot of warmth and comfort with everyone. And we've made a family entertainer film, but I would say that we made the film as a family.
అండ్ ఇంకేంటంటే నెక్స్ట్ అప్కమింగ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కానివ్వు అలాంటివి?
So I have a Hindi OTT film which is going to come out, I think, in the next 1 or 2 months. So I'm waiting for that to come out.
ఇప్పటి వరకు ఎన్ని మూవీస్ చేశారు?
Right now I'm not currently working on a project because I just completed one of my projects, and right now I'm listening to a few scripts, and I am a bit superstitious about announcing projects until I complete shooting, because like Kothala Rayudu also, sometimes projects get finished and then they take time to come out. So I don't want to, you know, disclose it until it's coming out, until the release is near.
ఫస్ట్ మూవీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్
Of Jaisimha? Oh, it was wonderful. It was like a dream come true. I was working with a very big production house. My producer C. Kalyan Garu is one of the biggest producers in the Telugu industry. So, and he was so nice to me. So having that opportunity to be launched under Kalyan sir's banner was a big deal. Working with a director as good and great as Ravi Kumar, who's worked with such big superstars. And like for me, being selected by a director of that status was a very, very big deal. I'm very grateful that Ravi sir thought I was good to be in that project, and having shared screen space with Bala sir also. It's a dream come true, you know, I have no complaints.
అఖండ చూసారా?
No, I haven't watched it. I will watch it because it just came out on OTT, and I was not in Hyderabad when the film came out.
బాలకృష్ణ గారు అండ్ శ్రీకాంత్ గారు కలిసి నటించారు. సో ఇన్ కేస్ వాళ్ళిద్దరితో ఒకేసారి ఆపర్చునిటీ వస్తే ఎవరితో చేస్తారు మీరు?
I can't pick, and that's a very no comment.
అండ్ శారీస్ ఇష్టపడతారా, వెస్ట్రన్స్ ఇష్టపడతారా, లేదంటే బబ్లీ క్యారెక్టరైజేషన్? అసలు
Nothing as such, yeah. For me, it's like just about character. Like I told you, know, like characters where I feel I'm getting to show myself in a different light, you know, where audience can see she's versatile, or she's a good performer, or she's talented. For me, any such role is like a role I like. It's not about I prefer one look or one role over another. Nothing like that.
ఆన్ స్క్రీన్ నటాషాని చూసాం, ఆఫ్ స్క్రీన్ నటాషా బబ్లీ గర్లా లేదంటే సైలెంటా?
So I am a very bubbly person. I love talking to people, but I'm also very tight-knit. Like I have very few set of people around me, my close friends, my family. I'm close to a very, like only few selected people are like people who I trust very blindly. And so while I am very like bubbly, I'm very outgoing, but I'm also very careful about who I let into my life and into my personal space. That's how I am actually. Yeah. And other than that, I love working out. I love animals. I always speak up for animal rights and animal abuse that happens in India more so. I also have a dog, so that's one of the reasons why I feel like I need to speak about this issue. Yeah.
మాట్లాడుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యామిలీ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ గురించి చెప్పుకొచ్చా, డెంటిస్ట్ అని. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఫీల్డ్లో వచ్చేసి ఇట్లా చేశారు కాబట్టి డెంటిస్ట్గా కూడా సైడ్గా ఏమన్నా చేస్తున్నారు ప్రజెంట్ వర్క్, లేకపోతే ప్రొఫెషన్ అని?
And of course, like a lot of so in my family, my mom's side of the family, everyone's a doctor. Okay, so obviously when I'm an actor and when I'm in between projects, for example, all my relatives will call my mother up and tell her like, why is she not pursuing dentistry? You know, tell her to pursue it. Why is she not doing that? And obviously, like if everyone is a professional, they end up thinking like, no, that's a safer career option. But my parents have always, they've actually never told me that do it. They've always been very supportive of my choices, and they know that I will persevere and I will work hard and I will give it my best. So there is a waiting period that happens with acting, because nobody is busy throughout the year. No actor is. And acting is not a daily job where you go and sit in an office, right? It's like you have to listen to scripts, you have to audition for roles, and then you start shooting. There are breaks in that. So there are a lot of ups and downs with acting as a profession. So of course people will also always talk, relatives will also always talk. But what matters is having people who believe in you, and I've been lucky in that case that I've had a family. My brother, my parents have all been very supportive.
ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఒక అబ్బా ఈ రోల్ చేయాలి, ఈ రోల్ మిస్ అయ్యాను అని చెప్పేసి ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. మీకంటూ ఒక డ్రీమ్ రోల్ అంటూ ఏంటి?
I think the only role that I would think is a dream role for me as of now is Anushka Shetty in Bahubali, Devsena's role. Because I think it's very iconic and it's such a powerful role, you know. She's getting to do like so many cool shots which no female actress gets to do generally. So
టాలీవుడ్లో ఏ హీరో అంటే ఇష్టం?
Bala sir.
హీరోయిన్?
Samantha.
సమంత చేసిన రోల్స్లో ఎలాంటి రోల్స్ అబ్బా ఇది నాకు వస్తే బాగుండు, మిస్ అయ్యింది అన్న?
I mean, right now I would say from Family Man, her role in Family Man. I think she did a fabulous job, and I think right now Samantha is just like, just making people be aware of how versatile she can be, and she's really doing really well.
ఫ్యామిలీ 2 అన్నారు కాబట్టి ఇటు బాలీవుడ్లో ఇటు టాలీవుడ్లో ఒకేసారి ఆఫర్ వస్తే ఏం చేస్తారు? ఏది చూస్ చేసుకుంటారు?
Dubbed version of both. So like a show which would have a Telugu version also, but a dubbed Hindi version also, or a show which is Hindi but also can be dubbed in Telugu, I would say.
You have sweet voice, na?
Who's spreading these rumors? I don't get it. This is not a good rumor. I'm a bathroom singer.
లేదు, కోతల రాయుడు నుంచి మరి మా వ్యూవర్స్ కోసం సాంగ్ పాడాలి కదా.
Okay, I'll sing one line.
Okay.
నచ్చావే నచ్చావే ధనలక్ష్మి నా మనసే, పోచావే పోచావే ధనలక్ష్మి నా మనసే.
అండ్ ఈ రోల్, ఈ కోతల రాయుడు మూవీలో శ్రీకాంత్ గారు మిమ్మల్ని ఎలా మెస్మరైజ్ చేయబోతున్నారు మాటలతో, కోతల రాయుడుతో?
To get that comic timing is very important, and I've not done a full comedy film before. So for me to get that timing was very important. And when you're doing, sometimes when you have the script and you know what you're saying is funny, you know it's funny, you need to not laugh. So that was very interesting to like hold your reaction inside, because you know you're saying a funny line,
శ్రీకాంత్ గారు నటాషాని ఇష్టపడతారా? అయితే నటాషా గారు, ఐ మీన్ ధనలక్ష్మి, శ్రీకాంత్ గారిని ఇష్టపడతారు?
It's kind of like both characters like each other at the same time.
Dominate?
No, nothing like that. When they see each other, both of them like each other. It's like that. But then he gets. Then you have to watch the story. I can't give out all the secrets.
And Hyderabad chusara?
I love Hyderabad.
Biryani?
I'm vegetarian, so not biryani, but Irani cha is my favorite. Bisi bela bhat is my favorite. I know Bisi bela bhat is not from Hyderabad, it's from Bangalore, but every time I come to Hyderabad, wherever I'm staying, I'm always having Bisi bela bhat. I love it. And my first thing is, every time I reach Hyderabad airport, the first thing I do is I go to Shamshabad and I have Irani chai and Osmani biscuit.
Next movie eppudu?
I will, like I told you, I'm superstitious about announcing my projects until it comes out, until it's almost coming out. So I will share that with you when it's almost coming out.
నటాషా గారు హీరోయిన్ అయిన తర్వాత ఫ్రెండ్స్ నుంచి కానివ్వండి, ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ ఆర్ సినీ ఇండస్ట్రీ, బెస్ట్ కాంప్లిమెంట్స్?
Well, the thing is, my family and everyone, they don't really know Telugu, so they appreciate my work, but they don't understand it because they don't know the language. But yeah, they're very they're very happy with everything that I've done so far, and they support me and encourage me when I'm having low times also. So I'm very grateful for having that support from my family and my friends. And I mean, other than that, nothing specifically,
శ్రీకాంత్ గారు ఎలాంటి కాంప్లిమెంట్స్ ఇచ్చారు మీకు?
Srikanth, the compliment Srikanth has given me. I think when we were shooting for our songs, I had a six-pack. Okay, I was very very thin at that point, and he was like, "What is this? You have a six-pack, and I'm the hero." So that for me was a compliment, and yeah, he knew I was a good dancer, so he was enjoying shooting the song with me. So yeah.
టాలీవుడ్లో ఏ హీరోతో యాక్టింగ్ చేయాలని ఉంది?
I would say both Allu Arjun and Junior NTR Karu.
అల్లు అర్జున్ గారు డ్యాన్స్ చూసారు కదా?
He's an amazing dancer. I think great dancers make great actors.
చూసారా పుష్ప?
Yes, I did. The Hindi dubbed version, but
ఓకే, మరి డైలాగ్ చెప్పడమే ఆలస్యం కదా, తగ్గేదేలే.
I don't know the dialogue by heart.
నేను చెప్తున్నా కదా, తగ్గేదేలే.
I know, like this. I know.
ముందు ప్రాసెస్లో తగ్గేదేలే. ఓకే, అండ్ డ్రీమ్, నా లైఫ్లో ఇది చెయ్యాలి అంటే హెల్పింగ్ పరంగా కానివ్వండి, లేదా ఇండస్ట్రీ పరంగా కానివ్వండి, ఇది అంటూ నేను చేయాలి, ఇండస్ట్రీలో కానివ్వండి, బయట కానివ్వండి, ఏమన్నా ఉందా అలాంటి థాట్స్?
About helping people in general? So I actually think I have a very different point of view on this. I think as humans we have a mind, we are able to think, we are able to take actions for ourselves. I'm not saying people don't need help, but I'm someone who believes that animals don't have voices. So I always stand up for animal rights. Also in our country we have really poor animal rights. Like if if there's any animal abuse which is done, pan India, the fine for it is 50 rupees. Dogs get beaten, animals get raped, get sexually abused also. And I know that this is not something everybody understands, but for me, I feel like animals don't have a voice. So I think as people who have empathy, it's very important to, kind of talk about it and try to change these laws, because these laws were made many years ago when our constitution was formed. And even today, a man can kill a dog and pay 50 rupee fine and get out. And that's not a good thing, and sadly it's not changed. I mean, so it's very very unfortunate. And my point of view is this, that humans have a voice, humans have a mind, and they are capable of doing things. So I think that's our biggest power. So I think a man can help himself if he wants to help himself. Like there's nothing that's going to hold him back. It's just you need to believe in yourself and you can do anything you want to do.
And Kothala Rayudu movie, my favorite dialogue?
I think my favorite dialogue is when Dhanalakshmi says, WhatsApp is my hobby. Like that's what she says, in Telugu. I don't remember the exact words.
కామెడీ పరంగా ఇష్టం కదా నీకు? బబ్లీగా అండ్ ఎట్లా ర్యాగింగ్ చేస్తూ, అవును కాలేజ్ డేస్లో మీరు ర్యాగింగ్ చేసేవాళ్ళ?
In medical college, little bit ragging happens, yeah.
And favorite color and favorite food?
Favorite color would be right now, this is my favorite color, what I'm wearing.
Okay.
My favorite color keeps changing. I don't have like one specific thing. It's more like a color of the season that I like. Like blue is my favorite color, white is my favorite color. So it keeps changing. I made like one color little more than another color at a certain point. Favorite food? I think in Indian food it would be cheese garlic naan with paneer makhanwala and dal makhani. That would be my favorite meal in Indian food. And otherwise it would be like a good pizza, comfort food.
ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది మా హైదరాబాద్ బస్లో రిసీవింగ్ మీకు?
I think I've been fortunate enough to receive a lot of love from the Telugu film industry. The love I got even from all of Bala sir's fans, because all his fans love him so much. By default, because of Amakuti, because of Jaisimha, I also received a fraction of that love, and I'm very grateful for that. And I think so far my journey in the Telugu film industry has been nothing short of wonderful. I've had the opportunity to meet some very good people, and I've always felt very respected, very very well received, and I hope it continues that way.
ఇప్పుడు ప్రెసెంట్ ఈ చేస్తున్నారు మూవీ, సాంగ్ షూట్స్ అవి ఎక్కడ చేశారు, అవి మొత్తం వాట్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్?
The songs that I've done in Kothala Rayudu, we shot in the northeast near the Himalayas, and at one place which is called the 0 Point, and we shot I think for a period like for 7 to 10 days, and we were shooting in freezing temperatures. There was snow and ice all around us, It was super, super cold. And it was a very challenging thing, you know, because even the roads were very narrow. There were no street lights. We would have to wake up very early because you don't get much daylight when you're shooting on a mountain. And you know, after you reach a certain point, your car also cannot go. So we would have to walk like 30 minutes sometimes to reach a location by walking after reaching a location to reach the shoot spot, and then 30 minutes walking back up. So it used to be a challenge, not just for me but for everybody. I mean, I had to just carry my own weight, but the camera unit which would have to carry the camera, the light unit. So I mean, these are heavy equipments, right? So for them to travel with it, it was not a joke. It was very difficult, and it's not like the mountains are like smooth. There were rocks. It was very steep. It was a challenge, and I think everyone in that crew specifically will be, you know, we share the struggles of that together. I remember one day we were shooting, and the water which we used to take, so where we were shooting basically plastic bottles are banned in Sikkim, and so we aren't allowed to carry any bottles with plastic. So there would be one big container which would have water, and one day I think that water got mixed with fuel, so there was no water on set that day. And you know, imagine shooting and working and not having water when you're walking uphill and downhill. Here we exercise for 5 minutes also and we get tired, right? So there was those kind of issues where we had to wait for even water. And like I say this, there was sometimes we were shooting on certain rocks where I had to do Tarzan jumps to reach the rock because there was no path to get there. And we were shooting literally around with ice and snow all around us. It was in negative temperatures. And yeah, it was a challenge. I thought I was going to die at one point. I actually almost even fainted one day when we were shooting, because my body got so cold. And for me, I think it was the most tough because I was wearing tiny clothes and saris with small blouses. But for everybody else, they at least had the chance to layer up. So for me, I was exposed to the cold, and hypothermia can happen to anybody. So I used to go back home and I used to sit with like heaters. I used to sleep with heaters because to keep my body temperature under control.
సో ఈ మూవీలో మంచి మంచి లొకేషన్స్ అనేది కూడా మేము చూడగలుగుతాం.
Yeah, you should see the songs to see how, you know, when you see the song also you will understand that how beautiful the location was. It was really outstanding and you won't feel like it's India.
సక్సెస్ అనేది అందుకున్న తర్వాత ఈ టెంపరేచర్ అంతా కూల్ అయిపోతుంది. నో ప్రాబ్లం.
See, today I'm alive. I can sit here so we can laugh about it. But at one point when I was shooting, I was really scared because one day I could feel like my body go cold. So, yeah.
సో ఫైనల్లీ మా ప్రైమ్ 9 వ్యూవర్స్కి ఏం చెప్పదలుచుకున్నారు మూవీ గురించి?
I would say please go to the theatres, please watch the film. We've made it with a lot of love and it's a feel-good film. You'll definitely feel happy after watching the film, and go with your family and watch it because it's a family entertainer. And a lot of projects and a lot of films that come out right now are super serious, and we anyway have so much stress and anxiety in life, so I think this is the perfect film to kind of switch your mind off and just enjoy and have a good time.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ అండ్ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ ఫర్ యువర్ ఫ్యూచర్.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
సో చూసారు కదా, ఇది వాటి మన చిట్ చాట్ కోతల రాయుడు భామ నటాషాతో. మరో కార్యక్రమంతో మళ్ళీ మీ ముందుకు వస్తాను. కీప్ వాచింగ్ ప్రైమ్ 9. దిస్ ఇస్ రజీనా సైనింగ్ ఆఫ్.